Hi there, and welcome to Optimize Every Day. I'm Doug, and we're looking at small changes that will make big improvement over time. So let's get started. Well, here at Optimize Every Day, we're looking at new topics all the time, and today's topic is about overthinking. You know, if you overthink, that can delay decision making. It's a big impact. It's the analysis paralysis or just plain hesitation. So this is what we're talking about today is overthinking. So have you ever had a situation where you're sitting there and you're presented with a situation? It's not life threatening, it's not going to harm anyone, but you sit there and just go, I need to come up with a plan, I need to come up with an idea. And instead of doing something, you just start overthinking and think and think and think. What are you going to do? How do you get from point A to point B and actually make a decision? So let's step back a little bit here and look at, why do we overthink? Most of the time it's because we're afraid of making the wrong decision. So rather than making a decision, we kind of put off making a decision. You know, a lot of times our brain sits there and goes, we've got to make the right decision. It's got to be the right decision. You know, we're going to lose something. It's going to cost us something if we don't make the right decision. And in the end, the truth is, making a decision sooner than later often is better than making no decision at all, waiting for something else to happen so we don't have to make the decision. In reality, it just delays progress. You know, so we know that overthinking stems from fear and uncertainty. It tricks us into believing we need more information to move forward. And the antidote to overthinking is doing. We just need to take action. One simple trick to break the cycle is 3, 2, 1, go! That method, when you catch yourself delaying or avoiding making a decision, is just take the first step. Do something. It doesn't matter what it is. Maybe it's something really small. You know, I don't know. Maybe your car check engine light has come on, and instead of doing something, you just let it sit there and sit there and sit there. When maybe the easy solution is go over to auto parts store and see if they've got one of those checkers and have them check the check engine light. And maybe you find out it's something really stupid. I mean, last time I did it, it took a little can of fuel cleaner and took care of the problem. All I had to do was just take a 20-minute drive. Granted, I don't have an auto parts store close to me, so it wasn't just around the corner, but still, when I was out, when I saw the parts store, I stopped, I took action, and it made things work. That inaction could have caused additional harm, or even worse, caused my fuel economy to go down. So it's time to do something and act. You know, have you ever noticed with businesses that when new products come out, they're not always perfect? Well, I've got situations where I can give you real life examples. One is not a great example, and I will refuse to get it because I don't want to have this company mad at me, even though this example is well over 30 years old. But in grand form, if you're 80% complete on a product, you should release it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Perfection can come after it's released. And you can deal with that 20%. Unless you're dealing with, say a space shuttle where, that 20% could kill people. In that case, maybe you want to have a 97% perfection rate. As long as it's not going to kill somebody or cause serious harm. How many products out there are going to kill you because it's right there at the cusp of being done and you need to get it out there? So 80%, you're good to go and do something about it. You can feel confident that you can adjust any problems as it comes along. Successful people, entrepreneurs, business leaders, they don't wait for perfect conditions. They make decisions and refine as they go. And honestly, that's a way that most of us should be able to operate and get things going. I remember one time I bought a brand new car, and after the purchase, I immediately got a notice from the manufacturer to bring it in because there was a bolt that wasn't put on properly. No big deal. Brought it in, they fixed the problem, and on my way. A few years later, I needed to have something done. I found that there was a small problem. My local mechanic couldn't do it. I had to take it to the dealer to have them unweld a bolt and put threads on it, align my wheels, and then put the bolt back on. It was quite the hassle to get done, but not impossible, and was able to get that taken care of. And they covered part of the cost because it shouldn't have been welded. If you struggle with making decisions, set yourself a deadline. That could be 10 minutes, it could be 2 hours, it could be 24 hours. But set a deadline as to when you need to have that decision made. It forces you to act. And when you act, it may not be the perfect decision, but at least you made a decision. And it'll build self-confidence in making decisions. If what you need to accomplish feels large and just beyond your control, then break it down into smaller steps. Recently, where I live, there was an issue with the septic system, and 3 houses go into the same septic tank. And you're thinking, oh, gross, you could have backed up sewage from one. Well, we ended up getting the septic tank emptied, and it was, if I remember right, it was 1,900 gallons of sewage was taken out of that septic system. And we thought the problem was resolved. Well, it didn't affect my house or my neighbor's house, but it affected my direct next door's neighbor's house, who was closest to the sewage system. So instead of trying to snake the line and see if there was a cause for that line backing up, there was some digging took place, and it was found that there was a cast iron pipe that went and took the sewage from the house over to the septic tank. Well, in doing that, ultimately, when they finally got to the end and fixed it all up and got everything working again, they found that the cause of the backup was a stuffed animal that a child had flushed down the toilet. Oh my goodness. Such a huge expense, but at least action was taken and the problem got resolved. It took 3 days to get everything all cleaned up and taken care of fully. Had they snaked the line, it probably would have happened and gotten cleared out faster. You know, live and learn. And now the cast iron's been replaced with PVC and a larger line, so it's better than it was, but not the same. It's just one of those things. It is taken care of. It is working. So in the grander scheme of things, problem solved. You know, if your overthinking gets you stuck or keep you stuck, action will move you forward. Today, pick one thing you've been overthinking about and use one of the strategies to take action. Let me know in the comments what method helped you the most to make a decision. Love to hear about it. You know, here at Optimize Every Day, we love to see your comments. We love to see that you've subscribed, ring the bell, and let's have a better day. But make the decision to subscribe, hit that bell, and don't miss our content. And thanks for watching.